This is it, the final day of competition for 2025. It's the SFC All-Star Weekend presented by Avco. Islands of Islamorada Resort Place host, Islamorada, Florida, the takeoff location. There it is, the beautiful location, the final kickoff of 2025. This is it, the final day. We're about 3 hours away from crowning an All-Star champion. The best of the best of Sport Fishing Championship are here, including the commissioner, Mark Neifeld, and a bevy of athletes from around the country. Whether your favorite athlete is a Gulf angler or an Atlantic angler, we got you covered. Welcome everyone inside our beautiful SFC studios with our Islands of Islamorada backdrop in the background. This is our all-star event. Peter Miller, the three-time World Sailfish Championship. It's just like baseball, baby. We got National League and American. Here we've got Gulf versus the Atlantic. Yeah, and you know, when the SFC does something, they do it really, really well. We're lucky to be here, but the people fishing these events throughout the year and the culmination at the end of the year, this all-star event is at the highest of levels. When you're cranking down stone crabs under a beautiful tent, sitting on the ocean with great fishing right behind you, I mean, that's the way you want to do it. I fished a lot of tournaments, Robbie, probably 500 tournaments, 600 tournaments over the course of my career, but this is top notch. Yeah, and it's cool to see the guys and girls that have been competing against each other actually having to fish with each other with one common cause to win it for your respective group, whether it be the Atlantic or the Gulf. And you know what it does? It makes it a little more fun because you can poke fun at each other and just, you know, just really enjoy the moments with each other, because you get a little serious when you're with your own team, but you get a newcomer along, you're like, oh, it's okay. You're kind of polite for a little bit, and all of a sudden the ribbing starts. It becomes very different, and I like this this setup where the Atlantic and the Gulf are fishing together. Blaine Birch, you know, he's fishing. He's always busting the chops of the guys from the lights out, and then you have the South Carolina guys getting involved, and then the Gulf teams, and it's just a lot of fun. Yeah, and the one thing is, this is a two-day tournament. Typically, we're seeing three-day tournaments in our big picture, but this is a two-day fun event. And day one, it started off in the morning, our first catches of the day, and it was the Atlantic who started things off. Again, the Atlantic division, two different boats representing. On the remix, Atlantic Boat 1 and the two conchs. That would be Atlantic Boat number 2. But you look at their catches, they started off a good day. Good day, Peter. I'd say that's a pretty good day. That's a lot of fish to start the day. You see 4 sailfish worth 75 points apiece. For the Atlantic, Sarah Malia Clear with 2 sails. Kenny Hernandez with a couple on the day as well. I believe Steve Lackey was lacking on day 1, but he would turn it up on day 2. Well, I got a good feeling. You know, the captain sometimes puts his favorite person on the right side, and that right side tends to get the right bite and the first bite. And, you know, it just depends who's used to fishing what side. I fished the right side. These guys had very cooperative fish. Nothing went wild. Nothing went crazy. And they're so good at what they do. Getting those releases is like a turnkey operation for them. The one thing we didn't see out of the Atlantic division was the other boat. That would be Atlantic Boat 2 with Blaine Birch, Rob Carmichael, Tugger Carmichael, Shelby Callison. They blanked on day 1. A little bit of a surprise. It was a little different, varying weather conditions, and things are going to change today as well, but I was surprised seeing them with no fish yesterday. Well, you know, anytime you see the lights out guys getting together, you know it's going to be, the fish are going to be scared. Lights out, so they're not going to come over there. Yeah, right. And the Seabirds as well. You had 2 of them on the same boat, so maybe they felt that energy too. For sure. But, you know, the conditions changed. The rain came through last night. It went all the way through to 4 a.m. It cleared up a little bit. The wind laid down for day 2, and I believe they're going to get on some fish today. That's for sure. Absolutely. And again, this is a team who born here, bred here, fish here all the time. We typically see them on the biggest boat, the Remix main stage, but this, I believe, a 44-foot contender they were on. And Kenny knows the equipment, and we know that Kenny knows what he's doing. Same thing with Sarah and JC. That is a solid team. If you had a favorite coming into this one, you take the team that's from here with their equipment, don't you? Every time, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, and then there's a little bit of that luck factor where you land on them. You know, you can literally park on a group of tailing fish coming down the waves, and you can throw out your baits, and you can catch 5 fish just like that. But just because you're the favorite doesn't mean that you are going to be the leader after day 1. We've got the Atlantic. We saw what they did with those 4 sails. Let's take a look at the Gulf division. How did they do? Again, 2 boats, but on Gulf Boat number 1, you had Danny Watts and Jeff Eiseneck. And on Boat 2, you had Lori McDowell, Nick Becker, and Bobby Holderman. Again, representing their respective clubs, but representing the Gulf as a whole. Peter, I'm not a rocket surgeon, but I see more Gulf catches than I saw from the Atlantic. That put them on top with a 2-fish advantage.
That's right. Not a surgeon, not a scientist. You're neither, and I'm neither. But I'll tell you, that boat was backing down. You could hear the turbos kick in a couple times, and that's when the cockpit flooded. I heard they even broke off a trim tab going in reverse so hard with 2 turbos in. But they're getting them. Lori's been whining on fish. Every time we turn her head, she's on one.
Same thing. Lori McDowell and Nick Becker both representing the Gulf Coast Cowboys. Lori with 3 sails, Nick Becker with 2. Didn't see anything out of Bobby Holderman. Don't expect that today. We're going to see him turning it up. But again, you throw in the other catch by Jeff Eiseneck, and there's a lot to cheer about. Again, 6 sails, not a bad day, and a 2-fish advantage to start heading into day 2.
Yeah, Nick's doing a great job. Very, very confident. He's done this for a very long time. No question about what's going to happen other than a high water alarm, which we saw throughout the show, which is occurring as we speak. That water is filling the cockpit, and some garbage is covering those drains, and it's a bucket blaster to the shins.
Yeah, we saw just how quickly things can happen when you push back like that in that type of weather. But again, they took the correct maneuvers and worked their way out of that.
You notice something here? The mate is not wearing sunglasses, and that's a good move because that wave hits you in the face and you go blind. It's like driving in the rain with no wipers on.
Well, you look at the timing that they caught. There was a window that was hotter, that 11:39, 52, 55. 3 fish in that one window, and again, kind of picking it up right before we went off of air. So we don't know when it's going to happen, and one thing we know for sure, Peter, is we may be showing catches from earlier today here in just a bit, but if we get a live catch, we always break too.
It's all about those tides. Lori backing down, getting another one right there in the corner there, leading that fish, and they are on the board with lots of fish. I think 5 in all for them.
Yes, yeah, 5 for them, plus the other boat that gave them 450 points. You can see how the boats fare. They're still at 0 out of the 2 conchs. 42-foot Freeman, Atlantic boat 2. I expect Rob Carmichael, Tucker Carmichael, and Shelby Callison to catch something today. We have heard word. Our roving reporter said that Blaine Birch is not on board today, so I think he might not be feeling well. We had another angler, Marty Wilson, want to wish him well. Wasn't feeling well, wasn't able to make it here, although the fans did pick him for the All-Star.
Yeah, it's not easy when you're out there getting banged around and not feeling well, and the bite's not on. It makes it tough to go out on day 2.
All right,
so maybe it's better off that he sits home and kind of heals up and gets ready for his northeastern bite.
Petey, let's take our first break, and let's get back with some fish catches. You and I both know that they caught them already this morning. You ready to get to it?
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Again, it's All-Star Weekend from Islamorada.
Any fish, any water.
Ideally positioned in the heart of the Florida Keys, the Islands of Islamorada is a sanctuary for those craving both luxury and adventure. These stunning oceanfront villas and suites open onto private balconies with endless sea views. Spend your days snorkeling vibrant reefs, casting off on a sport fishing charter, or unwinding by the oceanfront pools. Start planning your getaway today and mention this ad when booking to receive a special rate. The Islands of Islamorada. Your island escape begins here.
SFC All-Star Weekend is brought to you by AFTCO, Citizen Watches, and by Islands of Islamorada Resort, the host resort of SFC All-Star Week. Yeah, the All-Star Weekend driven by Islamorada luxury carts, cruising around town. Love those low-speed vehicles, 25, 27 miles an hour.
Robbie, knowing you, you'd be taking that governor off, and you'd be doing about 60. You'd be up on 2 wheels just wheeling down the street.
Hey, don't think I don't know what I'm doing on a golf cart. I've got my club car with a Navita set up. I've got it pretty well. He's Peter Miller. I'm Robbie Floyd, and we'll check in with Rudy Tamarcio here after a bit. Petey, we saw some good things out of our two teams. I'm expecting even bigger and better things here as well. But when we talk about our facilities, and this place behind us here, Islands of Mirada, it doesn't get any better than this.
Good morning, I'm Russ Post. I own Ocean Sotheby's International Realty, which represents the Islands of Islamorada, and we're flattered to be the host site for the SFC.
What makes the Islands of Islamorada so special is it's truly a hidden gem located in the heart of Islamorada, yet you feel like once you enter, you're a world away. We're surrounded by lush tropical landscaping, and we're on 7 acres of oceanfront, directly located on the Atlantic Ocean. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, we have everything for you. We've got deep sea sport fishing just offshore, world-class flats fishing and backcountry fishing, literally at your fingertips, minutes away.
Historically, fishing in the Keys has been kind of a rugged and public event. Thanks to this development, now you can bring your family.
The families here have a really luxurious experience. It's a laid-back experience, but it's truly 5-star.
What's really unusual in the Florida Keys is a swimming beach, and we're fortunate to have that.
So to be able to incorporate a beach into the Keys lifestyle is really special. We've got water sports available from paddleboard to the Hobie Cats. We have pickleball courts, a playground for children. We have a concierge staff, so any of your needs if you're staying ashore can be met. While this is a 5-star resort, I mean the villas are top-notch. They're 4 bedrooms, they offer full kitchens. Every villa has an ocean view. All of your luxury needs can be met, but it also offers a very serene, peaceful, laid-back, truly Florida Keys experience. Islamorada is the heart of the Florida Keys, and it's also one of the premier destinations.
We're also located within minutes of the art scene, the fine restaurants and bars, and many family amenities like Theater of the Sea that are close by. So it's pretty special.
The Islands of Islamorada is excited to host the SFC All-Star Weekend. I think we're uniquely positioned to host these anglers from around the country. The outdoor spaces, the intimate environment that they can all be fishing all day but come back to basically home, sit around the fire pit, share their fishing stories, have a couple drinks at the tiki bar, go for a swim. It's really ideal, and we're very excited to host them.
Oh, Robbie, Islands of Islamorada is the ultimate venue, and actually sat down one day with Russ Post years ago and had a cocktail with him. He told me about all of the things he'd done in his life, and one of which was hanging out with old Blue Eyes himself, Frank Sinatra, and lots of other big celebrities. Very cool guy. He knows so much about the Keys. He's in the Keys, and that's 5 acres on the beach. You cannot sneeze at that. That is incredible.
Look at that overview, that drone view. I mean, you want to talk about prime property. That is it. We wish we were there. I mean, we're not going to lie. We thought we were going until a week ago. My bags were packed. I was ready, baby. But we love being here, speaking with you on SFC Plus. And again, you'll follow us at the top of the hour on ESPN as well. But let's take a look at what's happening out on the water, because that's where the action is here. You came to watch some fishing. You came to watch some catching. Not just fishing, catching, Peter. There's a difference.
Well, if you see in that lower box there, you know, we've got Lackey hitting the sandwich pretty early today, and that's good. He's got to feed himself because he's got to be ready for those extra bites.
With these 4 boats out on the water, you may question where are they at as it is right now. They took off at 7 o'clock. They can put their lines in the water at 8 o'clock. So they've been fishing for a while. My, oh my, we have a change. The Gulf Division is no longer in the lead. And looking at that, the Gulf Division, do they have a catch today? The answer is no. It has been all Atlantic on day 2 of SFC's All-Star Weekend.
Looks like Boat 1, a Remix 44 contender with JC Clear at the helm with his team from the Remix. They are crushing it today, and there's no questioning why they're crushing it, because this is truly their backyard, and they have all the intel and all the abilities that you'd want to have for this area, and they're doing it today.
Hammered down Charlie Brown. You see the 2 Gulf at the top, the 2 Atlantic. Again, they're not fighting individually, they're fighting as a pair. These Gulf teams trying to beat the Atlantic trying to beat the Gulf. Got to stay hydrated, got to keep pumping that food in your system too, because we still got, what, 2 hours and 45 minutes of fishing today. Gulf boat number 1, the two conchs, 39 yellowfin, and a talented crew. They have 2 of our SFC All-Stars on board.
And you can tell that they're working those helium balloons off the backs of the kites, something we didn't have a chance to see yesterday. Big factor when it comes to this type of fishing when there's no wind. We got Danny Watts and Jeff Eiseneck on this boat.
Yep, 2 West Florida black flags. Marty Wilson was supposed to be there as well. So when I mentioned the 2, that's indifferent for, say, 3 on the Remix 2, the second Gulf boat.
So on a day like this, you know, people say, well, you got a little bit of a breeze, and that's what you need to fly the helium balloon on the back of the kite. This is about a 3-foot balloon that you affix to the back of the spars on these light wind kites, and it allows you to fly the kite. If there was 0 wind, you couldn't fly the kite because the kite would just go straight up in the air. People say, why don't you just use a balloon by itself and no kite? Well, then you don't have the angle, and the balloon will literally go straight up in the air, and your baits will be in the cockpit. So you're basically fishing for yourself. You don't want to do that. So that's the key. Robbie, guess what?
Didn't even really think about
I'm coming out with a helium brand of Uncharted Waters.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a party tank.
That's cool.
Fill 2 full balloons with a little extra left over, and it's going to be exciting. We're going to be getting them to everybody on the SFC.
Good deal. We take a move from the Gulf Boat 1 over to Gulf Boat 2. Again, this is a talented crew. They were so good yesterday. They caught all of the fish for the most part on the Gulf team. Let's meet the second team of the Gulf Division.
Lori McDowell, All-Star Angler, Gulf Coast Cowboys.
Mick Becker, average mate, semi-professional Halo player, Gulf Coast Cowboys.
Bob Oderman, All-Star mate, Louisiana Canyons.
Semi-professional. I like that. I like that. And I do want to mention Jeff Eiseneck did catch one on that Gulf Boat 1 yesterday, so it is not a blank for them. But this team has a few, and one more person, one more opportunity. Hopefully a triple is in their future today.
I'll tell you, Robbie, last night I had a chance to look through some of the social media, the YouTube, ESPN. I kind of reviewed things just to see what was going on. That Bobby Holderman, we don't see a lot of him chatting, talking too much. He's really funny.
Yeah.
He had me cracking up pretty much the entire time I was watching him on all these little, bits and pieces, these little clips. And he's funny. And he was making me laugh. He was laughing. Everybody, the cameramen were all laughing. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, a lot of cool personalities. We try and bring that personality out to them on the water and visit them when they're catching fish. But when they're not catching fish, it is quite the sight as well. Well, we saw the Atlantic and all of their catches today. When we return from break, we're going to check in on how they did, what they did, because, again, they've been on fire this morning. Atlantic Boat 1, they are having one heck of a day.
Not really big into committing to things. I usually stop binging the show halfway through the first episode. I mean, remember when my hair was blonde for like 2 seconds? But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years for both phone and internet, even if I'm already a customer, I was like, duh. I think 3 years in the future, Pete will be very proud of my decision. Look at me grow. Come on! Can you hear me now? I sure hope so.
Salt's your enemy.
Salt vapor goes everywhere. It does not rinse off once it's been crystallized on a boat. It has to be manually or chemically removed.
It's called salt off.
Salt off.
Salt off. Our powerful formula dissolves salt crystals on contact, making it the perfect solution to rinse or dunk salty gear.
The Salt Off applicator makes flushing your engine easy, ensuring maximum performance and service life. This Starbright season, remember to get your salt off.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, nothing compares to the thrill of the fight. When you hook a tournament-winning fish, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are. unmatched power, unparalleled craftsmanship, the confidence to push further, fish harder, and arrive in style. HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience.
Welcome back live. SFC All-Star Weekend presented by AFCO. We don't know where they're at. We know yesterday they took off north, but we do know that the weather conditions are totally different for these teams, as our 2 Atlantic boats out there in much calmer seas than yesterday.
I have a feeling I know where JC may be, doing a little research last night, just checking on my pals. Hey, where you guys been fishing? Oh, we caught 6 over in this area yesterday. We caught so-and-so here. And we're in shallow, and so JC has way more connections than me, but that's exactly what you're doing. But the kite and the helium is critical for a day like today. If you don't have it, you're not going to catch them, because some days it's a kite bite, some days it's a flatline bite, some days it's everything. But today, helium is paying off for JC and his team on the remix.
Yeah, you see JC up there on the left with their peepers out there on the top of that tower, trying to see signs of anything, whether it be birds or fish, you name it.
Little splash, a little flyer getting popped up, something different, and you want to reel him in the air and just bump out to it like he was doing at the end of yesterday's show. You see something, you have to run to, especially when the points are so precious. 75 points, you've got to go for whatever you see when the bite is not fast and furious.
Like some days they want live bait.
There they are, the team that's been hot, and we'll take a look at how they caught them here in just a second. But first, let's meet Atlantic Boat 1. A lot of East Coast remix with a little South Carolina Outcast mixed in.
JC Clear, All-Star Captain, East Coast Remix.
Sarah Malia, All-Star Angler, East Coast Remix.
Kenny Hernandez, All-Star Angler, East Coast Remix.
Stephen Lackey, All-Star Mate, South Carolina Outcast.
Mr. Lackey without a fish yesterday, but things would change in a hurry here on day 2. Kenny's he's staying healthy. I mean, he's mowing some Sammys while he can.
But look at how classy he is when he eats a giant sub. He is one of the few people in the world that will actually chew with his mouth closed. I still have to tell 30-year-old, quality individuals, hey, you might want to close your mouth while you're chewing. You sound like you're eating a bale of hay, you donkey.
And believe me, ladies and gentlemen, he does tell those 30-year-olds that. All right, let's take a look at this Atlantic Division team and see how they did this morning. Again, they can take off at 7. They can put their lines in the water at 8. And right off the bat, it looked like at about 10:30 this morning, we have our first catch of the day.
That has got to feel good in that calm water when they come up to the kite, and you just got a little bit of breeze just to keep the kite in the right position so it doesn't sink, because sometimes the clips are a little tight. You'll get that bite and you're trying to snap it out, but the kite line is actually coming down because the propulsion or the energy of the balloon and the wind and the kite is not keeping it up high enough so you don't have that tension.
Look at that. I've seen a double up right off the back. Sarah's got one, but so does Mr. Lackey. Stephen Lackey with one as well. This will be his first.
All it took was a little
I like
turkey
the confidence
sub.
when you say yeah. Yeah, it's a sale. You
looking over those Mercury engines.
Of course it's a sale.
It's all love. It's all love, Peter.
Backing down, working on Lackey's fish.
We didn't see 2 at one time yesterday. We saw like a back-to-backer.
We saw a doubleheader.
One
for Kenny and Sarah yesterday. And he sees another one swimming by the boat you just heard.
It's on the long. It's on the long. Give it to Kenny. Pass it between them. Pass it between.
See that? He's trying to cast.
Start winding, Kenny.
Yeah, you're right. That one that was a double. I thought it might have been a
Just
triple.
Keep winding
there for
fast,
a moment.
Kenny.
And speaking of, Kenny grabs the reel.
It looks like Kenny may be getting bit or was bit while they were backing down, because the line sinks, it goes deep. You're not paying attention to it because you're watching this fish jump, and all of a sudden he sees a bait disappear, a little dark shape because they get blacked out when they go to eat, sinks down, and now I think they have a triple header on.
That's awesome. And a little over-under move there.
Rodney Dangerfield called it. He called it triple Lindy.
There's one swimming with this one right behind us.
Oh boy!
There's one swimming
now
with
there's
Sarah's right
a fourth
here.
fish.
Yeah, throw it.
You've got one mate, or JC. He's got to take care of the boat. We saw 2 people up in the tower.
He could jump. If he had to, he could jump down from the tower. But they have another mate. They've got George right there. You see, belly hooked him. He's going to cast it out right to him, see if he can get a bite. But sometimes that last fish is tough to get because you have to do some work, for your other anglers.
I don't see him anymore. But let's just grab these 2.
And that's why it was important earlier. I was
Here,
saying
Sarah's right here, Chandler.
2 All-Stars on the Gulf Boat 1 with Danny Watts and Jeff Eiseneck. A little less opportunities.
All right, look over here to the left.
There's one qualified catch. Wrap there.
I got it. I'm here. Go. Go ahead. You got yours, Sarah?
I'm here for you.
That's it. Right there, 75 for Mr. Lackey from South Carolina.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Yeah, he was on the team that won the first event of 2025 this year out of Fort Lauderdale. It was a sailfish tournament. Another South Carolina
I'm gonna turn
Outcast
around,
catch
Kenny,
for them.
and walk to your left all the way to the bow.
Representing that Atlantic, you see Kenny Hernandez now with the third and final fish. Oftentimes it's the first person that gets hooked up is the last one to reel it in. He's actually the last one to hook up and the last one to bring it in. How often do we see that?
Robbie, you're speaking the truth right there, and that's what it's all about. But you see how calm JC is during all this mayhem. Some would call us, oh my God, we got a triple, we're screaming. There's no screaming. You don't hear a thing other than JC, like, go up to the bow, please.
Like, oh yeah, what's up? Got 3.
That's right. That's called a 3-banger. Got those small corks you're using. Got that 30-pound fluoro leader, most likely.
Good job.
That looks like it might have got
Nice
a
job,
hurt
Oh,
hand
yeah.
there.
that was one that'll get you.
That's either mono or that was a little tip of the snap swivel. Oh yeah.
3 sails, little double, delayed triple. And that's about it. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Easy peasy.
Take the lead, just like that.
How do you
Just
make
like
up
that.
a 2-fish disadvantage? Just like that. Now they have a 1-fish advantage.
Give me some fist bumps or something. Yeah, give me some action. Give me some fist bumps to some people or something. Oh, shoot. Chill out.
That's gotta feel good.
Oh, wow. The thing they bought them is fast.
Now back live to them out on the water. Again, got the peepers out. They're not doing anything. Especially with those kites, they are responsible for keeping that bait at the right level. Although that boat's not moving up and down as much when it's, choppier or rollier, you still really got to pay attention. This
He's
drove me
definitely got a
crazy.
seakeeper in there. That's a stable platform.
Yep.
And they're definitely, the baits are sitting just right. When you weight them just right, that's the best way, because they're bouncing up and down. Doesn't look quite as good.
Petey, you and I both saw it just a moment ago on that wrap here. Let's take a look at our Citizen instant replay. Yep, got him.
Yeah. Wow, yeah.
Got him.
That's something about that pinky, and those don't really heal up. Once you get one there, it's kind of like you're gonna, woof.
Oh, double.
That's when you don't get a full wrap and it runs through your hand wet.
If you want, you can fillet them and put them in a Ziploc.
It could be a swivel deal where the swivel went through, or just the mono burning on both sides.
I mean,
but
not
those
supposed
pinky,
to, but yeah.
they have a name for them you can't say on TV, but it's a pinky thing.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, they don't go away.
Yeah.
They don't heal up.
It's like a paper cut, but even worse.
Yeah, way deeper, way deeper.
Show now.
He doesn't care.
Sarah Fashionistas back.
I love it. I love it. They're having fun. I would have a great time, too, if I went from a 2-fish deficit to a 1-fish advantage in a blink of an eye this morning. That's how quick it can happen. And you know what?
Unbelievable.
It may or may not have happened again. We'll take a look when we come back on the other side of the break. This and our other 3 teams, they're looking at them out there live right now in the Atlantic waters. Will we have more catches? The answer is yes. We'll catch up when we return.
Sometimes my life can be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it and hold on to it. Like how Verizon just lets you lock in a low price for 3 years, even if you're already a customer. Is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody. Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
It's hard to beat out here catching very quality fish that taste very good. And
looking good. Big tuna right here for the boys.
nothing but monsters. Beautiful fish, John. That's why you come hang out with us boys right here.
Welcome back live out of the Atlantic. You're seeing Rob Carmichael there, representing the Atlantic Division, one of 2 boats fighting for the Atlantic Pride, the Atlantic Honor. But they are a man down today. Let's meet the second Atlantic team looking for that first fish of the tournament.
Blaine Birch, All-Star Captain, New Jersey Seabirds.
Tucker Carmichael, All-Star Mate, Lights Out Boston.
Rob Carmichael, All-Star Angler, Lights Out Boston.
Shelby Callison, All-Star Angler from the New York Randers.
See how you saw in that little intro of Meet the Team. We did see Blaine Birch there. We saw him hurting for certain yesterday, but evidently he's not with them today. We caught up with Rob Carmichael earlier, and he tells us what it was all about, as well as his son Tucker.
Looks like.
All right, we're out here on the Two Conchs Freeman, just out in front of Isla Mirada in the Highlands of Isla Mirada. We had a little trouble with the kites this morning. The wind kind of died out on us and it's been shifting and whatnot, so we asked ourselves, what would Blaine do? And we know Blaine would take the easy way out, so we laid the riggers out, did a little rigger fish, a little bump troll. I'd say we missed Blaine, but we definitely don't. He missed that sail at the end of the day, which was our only bite, and hopefully we can make up for it today. I hope he feels well, laying in bed there at home, and yeah, good luck to all the other teams out there today.
When he wakes up and gets the sleepies out of his eyes, maybe he wants to roll down the road to the Green Turtle and go get a cinnamon bun, go see Sarah for a Bloody Mary. It's a good time.
Oh, man. Listen, that's some trash talking among the team there.
And I like the deadpan trash talk, which is even funnier because they're so stoic usually, and they don't crack many jokes, but the jokes are flying. I think they opened up the floodgates, if you will. And by the way, that sound you hear in the background, that gurgling sound, that's the bait well open. And that's the drain taking the water out, and that sounds like someone's throwing up over the side. So that could have been somebody that was sick, but I just want to let all the folks at home know.
That was just bait well.
Just the bait well drain, and it has a little gurgle sound when it's open.
Bait gurgle. Now, those 2 teams, honestly, they were giving each other hell, fighting against each other all year long. But now they're fighting with each other.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough not getting bites when the other boats are catching them. You know, especially when one of your teammates, the other Atlantic Division, has you know, a bunch of fish on the day.
Both Atlantic teams looking for their next bite. They're standing up and they could be clearing stuff or dropping back. You never. Definitely make an adjustment with that. And each one of those rods or those lines is connected to that kite, or kites rather, right?
No, so Jay was like, is it a sailfish? And he's like, yeah, but Jay was calling himself.
I think they see.
Oh, is that what he was saying?
Like Jay
I think
was
they see something.
He asked because it was jumping, and he's asking him what it is.
They were talking about the previous, that triple that they had.
Yeah, but look, everybody's got their peepers out on the bottoms. I think somebody spotted something. They look a little too attentive.
I think what happened was that Lackey turned his head for a second, and the fish came up jumping, and he looked up JC. He's like, "Is it a sailfish?" And the fish was in the air. So JC's like, "Yeah, it's a sailfish jumping in the air." It just you turn your head for 1 second, you can miss a lot. Those fish are really fast. But we know Mr. Lackey over here. He's no stranger to sailfish.
All right, so we talked about just how well the Atlantic has been pushing. Let's go back to this boat earlier today. We saw a triple. They would follow it up not too long after in the 11 o'clock hour. And there he is, Stephen Lackey with one on.
Cool, calm, and collected. A little overcast, nice and calm. Perfect helium balloon kite fishing weather. If that's what they're biting, that's what you gotta have.
So even the variance through the day, like it does look like it's a little more cloud cover right now than it was earlier. You know, we saw even that yesterday.
A little bit of haze, but not bad. You know, it really cleared up overnight, but it rained quite a bit. I was watching the radar last night, and quite a bit of rain from you know, 4 p.m. all the way till 4 a.m.
So there's another smaller boat off.
Oh yeah, Sunday like this off Miami, you're gonna have a lot of boats fishing on a Sunday.
A lot of takers there.
Yeah, leader to his own fish. that's what you do.
That boy good. That was my coming to America.
Yeah,
that was a coming.
Tight
That boy
enough.
good. Really.
Sarah's tight.
Walk to the front. That's him right there.
Okay, double header going for it. Look at that.
Walk all the way. Keep tight. Keep it tight.
Sarah Malia clear.
You don't have to tell Sarah to keep it tight.
No,
She's
you
running and winding, and she's doing it all. She's no stranger to this sailfish dance here.
Good job. You got him right here. Look.
He's gonna jump right here.
I'm telling you what this fish is about to do.
Go!
Yeah.
You know, she does that and you think it's not doing much, but if she took that jacket off, you would see gigantic biceps.
Yeah, oh no. She's been in the weight room for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Just another one. Another two, rather. So again, Peter, I mean, they were 2 behind and they catch 5 before any other team does, whether it be another Atlantic team or Gulf team. So they're already 5 into the mix on day number 2. They're trying to pull away and win this thing for the Atlantic.
He broke it down. We talked about deciphering and trying to figure out and like really lock in on what's happening and what the conditions are. Sometimes it says it's just following a tiny trickle of grass. I'm not talking sargassum, I'm not talking giant mats, I'm talking a little trickle of grass where little bait fish are feeding, and you may follow that in with the incoming tide from 220 to 120 or back out as the tide's going out from 120 to 220, but you got to follow something. Looks like Kenny's getting a bite here.
Yeah, he definitely has something at his attention.
They'll be closing those bait wells in a second. Those latches are deadly.
Line poppers?
Oh yeah.
You see Sarah reeling in too as she just cleared the bait.
I think she's
No,
FaceTiming.
he missed
I think
it.
she's FaceTiming Cash, their baby.
Yeah. Something didn't happen. Did we get a window shopper?
See if you got a hook left
half?
or if you got a Chaferooski. Let's see what we've got here.
Yeah,
it's in Kenny's hand.
Yeah. Couldn't quite see the end of the line there. I think they just cut it off either way.
Yeah.
Back to the prep.
It's funny, a lot of the guys will put a brand new leader on even if they only cut off 6 inches.
Yeah.
Even though it's 14'9" or 14'6",
Yeah.
they want that extra 6 inches, whatever it takes, because that's a game of inches. When you can't touch that leader and you're reaching, it's 1 inch out of reach and the fish comes off, that's that big difference.
That's true. I never even really thought of that. But yeah, it makes total sense.
There's a lot of fluorocarbon being used these days.
Anything going on? What?
Well, you see, they're peeping. They're looking for fish. Thought they might have had something just then, but as you look at all 4 boats out on the water, and again in that upper right, you see another boat just off to the left there at the top of the screen. So there are a lot of people out there, and you know that's typically a good thing because you know that's where the fish are, right? I mean, you're not too far off the coast. They are restricted to 50 miles away from Islands of Islamorada Resort. There's what they're going for, Petey.
That's a mackerel.
That's the target.
It's hard to beat out here catching very quality fish that taste very good. And
Looking good. Big tuna right here for the boys.
Nothing but monsters.
beautiful fish, John. That's why you come hang out with us boys right here.
Ideally positioned in the heart of the Florida Keys, the islands of Isla Mirada is a sanctuary for those craving both luxury and adventure. These stunning oceanfront villas and suites open onto private balconies with endless sea views. Spend your days snorkeling vibrant reefs, casting off on a sport fishing charter, or unwinding by the oceanfront pools. Start planning your getaway today and mention this ad when booking to receive a special rate. The islands of Isla Mirada. Your island escape begins here.
SFC All-Star Weekend is brought to you by Key Largo Fisheries, Guidesley, and by One Water Marine. Welcome inside our studio. We've been welcoming everyone out there on the water because we're going to see some good fish catches today. We hear that we've got another one to show you in just a bit, Petey, but I love it when they're catching multiples, and we've seen 2 already today.
Well, the key is zeroing in on what you're doing for the day. Is it going to be ballyhoo live out of the riggers, which they typically do down in that area? Is it going to be sight fishing up in the sand, waiting for those sailfish to push those baits up and the birds come down, you see it, you race in? Or is it going to be a kite bite with helium balloons? It's turning out to be a kite bite with helium, and that's what we're seeing.
And I did see in that shot with the remix a moment ago, there was that mackerel that was down there. I said that's a target species. I was looking at it, I was like, no, it's not. I don't know what that was. And you said that was actually what maybe sawed them off there at the end?
They cut them off, yeah. They had a mac on the deck of the boat. We saw they had 2 bites, and they brought in one without a hook, and then I guess they caught one. They threw it on the deck of the boat, and you asked during commercial what that was. And that's something you would use for marlin bait. There's days where you can go out there and catch 100 of those.
Yeah.
I don't know what the limits are, but back in the day, we would keep a few of them, put them on ice, freeze them, bring them to the Bahamas, and use them as baits. We would rig them with hooks, or you can use them as a bait behind a teaser to bring up the blue marlin. So,
I can see
a little bit of everything.
They get tired of looking at sardines and ballyhoo. They can look at that little mackerel and go, hey, that looks tasty. But again, that's for the bigs. We're looking for the sailfish, although a blue might pop up any day now. Blue marlin, you never know. Worth 450 points. All right, let's bring in Rudy Tamarchu, our man on the scene, Scoops McGee, whatever you want to call him. We know he's always having a good time. Is he at another watch party? Did he do it again?
He's at a watch party, and he's well lit once again.
Is he at Papa Joe's? Let's find out, Rudy.
Papa Joe's,
is that where you're at? Because it looks like they are at the watch party.
That's right, Papa Joe's waterfront here in Isla Mirada. So you can spend some time at the islands of Isla Mirada Resort. Beautiful, tranquil, peaceful, and also really close to all these other fun activities. So we came down here for a little bit, and we got a watch party behind us with all of our guests.
I keep talking about Blaine Birch and how he's not there. We saw Rob give him a hard time, Tucker give him a hard time. Is it your time to give him a hard time? What's the story on Blaine Birch?
Well, I won't be personally giving him a hard time, but I will relay the hard time he's getting from everybody else that's here in Isla Mirada. His own teammate, Jay Brower, said, Michael Jordan played through the through. That's some people, they can do that. Blaine's not one of them. He took his ball and went home and went to go get better. And actually, more sports references here. If you guys follow college football, you think of, Josh Pate, for example, the Pate State in his college football podcast. He has a weekly Sarah McLachlan moment where they play that really sad music for performances. I think for us, that's going to be the Blaine Birch saga that's going on this weekend, where he was on the boat, they missed a fish, he's not feeling well, and now he's back home recovering.
That's so
it reminds me of Ferris Bueller a little bit. It's like, save Ferris, pray for Ferris, and it's like one of those deals. And, listen, you go down to the Keys, you've been fishing hard all season, you're out there, it's rainy, it's wet, you're not, you've had a late night and you're not catching fish. It's kind of, you might as well heal up. But, I think something we might want to hashtag there, what Tucker said is, what would Blaine do? So it'd be WWBD, hashtag WWBD. And that's, I think, should be attached to all of these. Save Ferris, pray for Blaine. So we'll put that all together. But, hey, do I see a celebrity fisherman behind you, Rudy, at that bar? I think I see somebody I recognize back there.
I think there's a few. You got, obviously Dusty and Cody from the New York Randers. I think you're talking about a special guest we'll talk to a little bit later, a legend here in the Florida Keys himself in his own right. I know someone that you've run in similar circles for many, many years. I just want to touch on one thing real quick, because you mentioned Ferris Bueller. There might be some memes coming out about that too. I've already been talking to a few people around here, and I'm already seeing the Photoshop happen on their phones. So, needless to say, I think you're on target there with that.
Danke Shane for that.
Yeah.
Danke Shane.
Hey, the crew that I'm seeing over your shoulder are the SFC crew, and I'm sure y'all are probably, hitting about lunchtime, and they're, doing the call-ins and stuff. We are able to see a couple of multiples today, and we're hoping we'll see more as the day progresses. But tell us, how does the weather feel different from yesterday to today?
It's a lot less windy right now. I mean, we had a heck of a storm come through last night during our the dinner happy hour in between each day of competition. We had a full-on monsoon. I mean, the temperature got really, really low. It was just pouring rain, lightning, thunder. And today is what we like to call a Chamber of Commerce day because there's not a cloud in the sky. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit, but it's still very light. It's something that you might be able to keep a kite up in the air right now, but those balloons are still going to be pretty, if you're flying them from here on land. I don't know what it's like out there offshore where they are a little bit further north, but it's a beautiful day, and I'm hoping I just don't get too sunburned.
I golf each morning, and it's cold here in Texas. It would have been a frost delay, but I know that there's actually some golf being had at Isla Mirada as well. I saw some good swings on social media and some bad swings as well.
Yeah, let's go into that a little bit. You're talking about a beautiful tee box that we have over at the Islands of Isla Mirada Resort. You could hit these golf balls made out of biodegradable fish food. So not only if you slice a ball, if you top it, if it happens to go 5 feet, if it goes 500 yards, at least you're doing a good thing for the environment and supporting our local fishery that's down here. But yeah, there's been a nice compilation of clips on social that I'm sure we're gonna be queuing up for you right here. So let's go and show you just which members of our teams are good golfers and which ones need to stick to fishing.
JC Clear, we're here at the Islands of Isla Mirada, taking a couple swings with these balls. Chandler's specialty. And that's about it.
Too low. Yeah. Let's do this thing. Fingers.
Whoa!
I know.
Like the same distance as Cat.
I know.
Crack that ball. Yeah, okay, practice. Good job. Yeah, go. I'll just go right.
Oh, it was right here.
Mine just hit that boat over there.
Oh my god. Oh!
Let's go.
I think it's still flying.
Yeah, that sucks. I need a bigger than a behemoth. Yeah. What's bigger than a behemoth? I need a club like this big.
Tennis racket. Got some biodegradable golf balls. We'll see if mine even makes it to the water, but we're gonna try.
Oh. Coming all the way to Alligator Light.
Ooh.
Not bad for the first time. Rip that one, dude.
I don't like golf, but let me just
send that to the next. It's all in the hips.
Hey, this is Bob over at the Island of Isla Mirada. I'm gonna smash this golf ball. Probably not, but I'm gonna give my best shot here. I would have had that if it was a tee. Just tee it off.
There you go. Nice job.
Thank you.
Ooh, got a little skip there.
Skip off.
Full kabuki to end it off there. I didn't remember seeing Rudy. I didn't remember seeing you swing. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I was kind of just doing the interviews on the other side of the resort, so we had a car wash setup going. Yeah. So we did call-outs, we did interviews, and while we were interviewing them, Drew and our team over here for social media decided to have Courtney Wise and Drew Chung both brought them over to the tee box. So don't get me wrong, I wanted to launch a couple rockets out there, but I had to do my other job.
Hey, Rudy, we got another thing here that I noticed. It was all in the hips. Did you see? Blaine did that. So that's AITH. That is Happy Gilmore. That's Chubbs. That's Chubbs right there with Adam Sandler. You know, it's all in the hips. Hey, that's getting weird, Chubbs. Stop it.
Oh, that's so funny. Hey, Rudy, thanks a lot. We'll catch up with you on our ESPN show. We start that in about 10 minutes, the top of the hour, as Rudy Tamarcio, man on the scene. Half of our crew's back there getting their lunch, so we know they're ready for those call-ins at any second. So, again, Peter, we're talking about guys and girls catching fish today. We're going to see one more when we return. Got another catch. Is it Gulf? Is it Atlantic? We'll see here very soon.
to beat out here catching very quality fish that tastes very good. And
Looking good. Big tuna right here for the boys.
Nothing but monsters.
beautiful fish, John. That's why you come hang out with us boys right here.
You know, sometimes my life can be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it and hold on to it. Like how Verizon just lets you lock in a low price for 3 years, even if you're already a customer. Is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody. Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, nothing compares to the thrill of the fight. When you hook a tournament-winning fish, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are. Unmatched power, unparalleled craftsmanship, the confidence to push further, fish harder, and arrive in style. HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience.
Yeah. Out of the water live in the Atlantic Ocean. They took off from Islamorada, Florida, the islands of Islamorada Resort this morning. They're searching for sailfish. They would love to catch a marlin, but again, sailfish are prevalent. And boy, it looks like the Atlantic has been catching them today.
You know when you'd see a marlin, Robbie? You'd see a marlin when the bite is incredible. When there's a north wind, there's tons of bait, lots of activity. You'll catch whites, you'll catch blue marlin, you'll get shots at giant bluefin tuna that come through, and you're generally not prepared for it. Yeah, but on days like today, it would be pretty rare, you know, to see it in these conditions when the bite is not.
Because everybody's kind of hanging it out in their own groups, right? The fish of their style are together. When it's a feeding frenzy, then everybody wants in on the party.
Right. So you'll see stuff. I always say, like, around Super Bowl when I fish, we have seen things out there off the coast of Miami that you don't see all year. You've massive numbers of sailfish, white marlin, blue marlin, and giant bluefin tuna, which we generally don't see. But you got Sarah. Sarah seems very attentive right now.
Yeah, so Kenny too. And again, when they're looking up and out.
Can you go up?
Because that balloon probably has 3 baits.
They're moving. They saw something. Reeling in the air.
There's a bird in the background, right?
No, they're trying to get to something off the bow of the boat, and they're in the air. That's the key. And with the balloon, sometimes it gets a little tricky because the balloon will start to come down, and then your bait starts skipping on the water, and then they pop out. See, hers just popped out. Somebody's popped out. Everything's popping out.
Because they can't handle the force.
He's fired up. He doesn't care. You know, sometimes them popping out isn't the worst thing in the world, but if the baits come off, then you got nothing. But if he fires it up, gets to this spot that they're heading to, and the baits are dragging behind the boat, at least you've got baits out. But this rate of speed is going to be tough for the baits to stay on. They're generally going to be popping off.
And then you got to go through the whole process again.
But they're so fast at it, putting the baits out. They'll probably throw some spinners to whatever he just saw. When they get there, he's probably going to put a spinner, out right now. Probably put 2 spinners out, maybe 3. But he definitely saw a free jumper. A free jumper is a fish that's swimming against the current, right? So the current is running north, Gulf Stream's running north. The fish are coming towards the south, so they're going to start free jumping. If you see a free jumper coming from north to south, you want to get in front of it, and you want to pitch a bait in front of it, and you will generally get the bite.
Well, there's Kenny reeling in. They're going to a new location. Before we go off air, let's take a look at what happened at 11:35. Kenny Hernandez, he was hooked up. This is the final fish of the day for this team. And again, this follows a triple and a double. Now we've got a single.
So he's feeding them right there. It looks like he's feeding them through the spinner right there.
So that's exactly what you were talking about. There's the spinner you were
what we're talking about. He's about to lock it up. I think the fish is taking plenty right there. Probably waiting for more fish to show up. He's going to lock it up and probably just come tight without even having to reel much.
And another one goes back out, right? You got to get his buddy.
Everybody should be throwing. He's already tight.
There's definitely another fish.
Yeah, there you go. See, the mate already has another bait out to get an extra.
Turn the drag a tiny bit. Definitely another one there.
JC with the words, JC clear.
And you know, all it takes is JC being up in the tower looking one way, Corzo up in the tower with him looking another way, and all it takes is a flyer popping up, a little splash, a little free jump, something. You gotta keep your eyes on a 360, your head on a swivel, and then you can capitalize on the fish. If everyone's looking in the same direction, that's what you're gonna get. You've got to be looking everywhere for signs of everything if you're in a tournament.
You see Kenny will walk as close as he can to the front. You get up to that bow as far as possible. Now fish wants to go right, wants to go left. There it is.
That.
Got it.
That is some light drag, and that's the way you want to do it. That fish came right to the boat. That was quick.
Big hay while the sun shines, though. You saw that quick retrieve while it was close.
You might as well leader it twice sometimes for the camera if you got to.
He said I got it, but we didn't see, you know, everything, and it didn't look like it was there. So we saw it was a sailfish for sure.
Sometimes it's a short leader, and you want to make sure that everyone sees it, just for good measure. Oh, that's already in the tip of the rod. That's almost in the boat. He could probably walk away like it's a briefcase and go to work with it.
And that's a little guy. That was the fun size. Those are the ones that you want to catch. Don't spend all day like it takes me to get in a simple sailfish.
Robbie, 2 hours and 45 minutes on a 100-pound sail. You broke the world record for long time fight in Miami. At least you have a record. I'm going to make you a plaque.
No, don't do that.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be really nice.
I have that record in my mind that I will keep forever. Get off me.
You never gave up, though.
I didn't.
You never gave up.
Yeah, I did my mic.
Most people would have said, hey, help me out.
So there's the prep, and we'll see that on the other side of the break as well, because we're going to make that shift from SFC Plus to ESPN app here in just a second. They are ready to go, PD.
There's that fish right there at the boat. Quick releases right there on the 44. I called it a 42 yesterday. I apologize. On the 44, they got a triple, a double, and a single. 6 fish for remix.
Add that to the 4 fish they had yesterday, and those are the Atlantic points in this tournament. The Atlantic, the Gulf, who's going to win it? It's the final day of the SFC All-Star Weekend presented by APCO from Islands of Islamorada Resort.
Ideally positioned in the heart of the Florida Keys, the Islands of Islamorada is a sanctuary for those craving both luxury and adventure. These stunning oceanfront villas and suites open onto private balconies with endless sea views. Spend your days snorkeling vibrant reefs, casting off on a sport fishing charter, or unwinding by the oceanfront pools. Start planning your getaway today and mention this ad when booking to receive a special rate. The Islands of Islamorada. Your island escape begins here.
When the ocean calls, only the bold answer. Out here, nothing compares to the thrill of the fight. When you hook a tournament-winning fish, you need a boat that's as relentless as you are. Unmatched power, unparalleled craftsmanship, the confidence to push further, fish harder, and arrive in style. HCB Yachts, the ultimate sport fishing experience.